Happy Draft Eve. Is that a thing? What's up, Finn fans? Tomorrow is le draft. That's how the French say draft. So I thought, being that tomorrow's the draft, let's break down each of the positions. Some of them are needs in the draft, some of them aren't, and see my thoughts on what the Dolphins will do. Will they either address it in the draft, or will they do it after the draft? So let's get started. So first, let's start at the top, right here. Talk about quarterback. We got Ryan Tannehill. He's gonna start. I don't care what gets drafted. If Baker Mayfield falls to 11 and we draft him, Ryan Tannehill's starting. Brock Osweiler as the backup. A ton of people lost their shit about that. I see him as a camp body, and if he does make it through camp, that means that he's capable as a backup. And okay. If not, okay. Does he suck? Yeah. But again, look at who he played for. Last time he did great, Adam Gase, yada yada. I've already said this in a previous video. If you want to go check it out, it's you can see Brock Osweiler in there. We got Ryan Tannehill, Brock Osweiler. I think we still have David Fales as a third. Will they draft one? Yes, they will. When they will draft one is the bigger question, because well, the thoughts are Baker Mayfield or Josh Rosen is going to fall to them at 11. Baker Mayfield, I honestly don't think is coming out of the top 6. If the Jets don't take him, then the Broncos will take him. That's my thoughts, but I think he's going to the Jets. It sucks because we're going to have to play his ass twice a year, but it is what it is. So if we don't get a quarterback in the first round, I would probably shoot for 3rd, 4th round and see if Mike White is still there, quarterback out of Western Kentucky. And then if not that, then shit! They will draft a quarterback. Will it be the 2 that I say? I don't know. Will they draft Josh Rosen? Because a lot of people are saying he's falling. That could be a lot of smoke, but I don't know. So that's what I think they'll do at quarterback. Next position, running back. A lot of people think, why draft a running back, Doug? We have Frank Gore, Kenyon Drake. We're fine. Frank Gore's not going to be here next year. He's going to retire. This is his retirement tour. Kenyon Drake will be here maybe for 2 more years. Dolphins love to just ship off their running backs. They don't like paying running backs because I don't know why. We should still have Lamar Miller, but that's a horse of a different color. So what I would do is in the 3rd round and beyond, I would try to get the running back from Georgia, Nick Chubb. And if he's gone, then I would try to get the running back out of Miami, Mark Walton. And if they're both gone, then I don't know. Stop asking me. Wide receiver. Nope. We don't need a wide receiver. We have 4 starting wide receivers right now, and then we have Jakeem Grant, and we have Caro, who I don't even know if he'll make the team. Same with Jakeem Grant. A lot of people like Jakeem Grant. I like Jakeem Grant. I love his story. I love his speed. I love that freaking catch he had last year. Like, I'll put it right here. What? We don't need a wide receiver. We got a ton of depth at wide receiver. We could pick up some of the draft players, wide receivers that didn't get drafted afterwards. Tight end, yes. We need a tight end. We don't have a starting tight end. We have AJ Derby. We have Marquise Gray, who I like. He's underrated, but we need that, like, pass-catching superstar tight end. I have 2 in mind. I don't know if they'll be there in the 2nd. They might go late in the 1st. One is Hayden Hurst. I've mentioned him tons of times. The other is Dallas. Watch, I'm going to mess up this dude's last name. Goedart? Goedart? It's G-O-E-D-A-R-T. Goedart? Goedart? Those are the 2 tight ends I want. Depends on what we do in the 1st, if we take a tight end in the 2nd, and then, you know, it all depends on what we do with that 1st pick. That's what I would do at tight end. You got next is offensive line. I think we're set at offensive line. We have Tunsil, we have Sitton, we have Kilgore, we have Davis or Larson. I don't know who's playing right guard. And we have James at right tackle. And we re-sign Young, and again, we have Larson as backups. With the offensive line, I'd probably do later rounds, 6th, 7th round, maybe even after the draft, pick up some depth at the offensive line spot. But this is the first time in a while that I'm not worried about the offensive line. Next position, we go from offensive line to defensive line. I'm going to start in the center. I'm going to talk about defensive tackles. Yes, that's it. Next, we got rid of Sue. We have Phillips, Gotch, and Taylor. I like them. They're young, and they have a ton of promise. But and I want to add one more defensive tackle to that. If everything doesn't work out in the first round, if all the players I want aren't there in the first round, if we can't trade down because no one wants to trade up and they don't think the Bills are going to do whatever they think they're going to do, Vita Vea. I would take Vita Vea. Maybe second round, you could take the Miami defensive tackle, McIntosh. Maybe third round if he's still there. But again, it depends on what we do with the first, what happens with these next picks, but I'm just giving you a hypothetical of players. You know, next we're going to do defensive end. Oh my God, we need so much help there. No, we don't. We don't need help at all. We have Cameron Wake, we have Quinn, we have Branch, we have Hayes, and we have the second year Harris. I'm hearing a lot that Hayes is going to be moved to defensive tackle on certain downs, like pass rushing, third downs. So that also adds some more to the defensive tackle position. So defensive end, pass rusher, no. They will probably pick up bodies for camp after the draft, but in the draft, no. Defensive end is the least of our need. Next, linebacker. We are fine at linebacker. This time, kidding. We need a linebacker. We never addressed the outside linebacker position in free agency, and if the Dolphins are doing what I think they're doing, which is they're like, hey, we'll do it in the draft. That's a horrible thing to do. They should have picked up at least one in free agency, but now we're here and we need a linebacker, an outside linebacker in the draft. I want Smith. I'm banging the table for Smith. If Edmonds is there, cool, but I want Smith. Is Smith going to be there? I don't think so, but you never know. So say Smith is gone, right? And then we take Vita Vea, right? So in the third round, we could go for Fred Warner. He's a good linebacker, or, you know, we just pick up, we got to pick up at least one linebacker in the first 3 rounds. We have to. We got to get a linebacker to play outside. Cover the tight ends. We need a speedy linebacker. Next, corner. A lot of people think we're fine at corner. So we have the young and up-and-comers, Howard, Tankersley, Lippett. But I would still draft one. Now when? Not top 3. 4th round. Grab a corner there. McCain is in his final year, and McCain is also, he played great last year, but he's also very inconsistent. And then Lippett's coming off his Achilles injury, so you don't know if it's the same player we got 2 years ago that was actually like promising and had a ton of picks. So with corner, I would draft one, but not early, like I said. The team needs should be the first 3 rounds, even that first pick in the 4th round, and then the second pick in the 4th and the 6th and the 7th. Depth and, you know, if you think you need it. You know what I'm saying? Picking up what I'm putting down and drinking that sake, kimosabi. Next, we have safety. Safety is not necessarily a need, but a free safety is a need, but because we have McDonald and we have Jones, and they're both the same type of inbox player. So if Derwin James is there, I got you. That one video I made a while ago, people are still roasting me for saying Darwin. It's Derwin. If he's there, a lot of people are saying that he's another in-the-box safety. And he won't, it's just we'll have 3 of the same safeties. But then I'm also hearing that the reason he played that position is because Florida had horrible linebacker play, and he's a very versatile nickel corner, strong safety, free safety type of player. If he's there at 11, I would take him. I honestly would take him, and I would move McDonald to outside linebacker. I'd have him play with Jones. If he's not there, then I told you the other stuff I do. So say they don't address safety in the draft, then in free agency, you still have Vaccaro out there who visited the Dolphins, you have Eric Reed still out there, and you have Trey Boston out there. Those are 3 extremely capable safeties that can cover the center of the field. So my belief is, and this is what I think a ton of teams are doing right now, is they'll see what they can get in the draft. If they get nothing in the draft, these safeties are going to go like crazy. Like as soon as the draft's over, I bet you one of, or if not all of these safeties are going to start signing. So I think that's what the Dolphins are doing. I think the Dolphins are waiting to see what they do in the draft. Then afterwards, they'll probably give Vaccaro a call and sign him, being that he came in for a visit. Finally, we got special teams. We don't need a punter, even though I hate our punter. They need to sign a free agent punter or something, just some type of competition. I would actually draft a kicker, 6th, 7th round. I like the Auburn kicker and the Florida kicker. Those are the two that I would think about drafting, because we don't have a kicker right now. We got nothing. We don't even have a competition because Cody Parkey is gone, and he was so clutch last year. It hurts me hot. Hurts my heart. But that's what I think through the whole roster, what I think the Dolphins would or should do in this draft and or after. Let me know below. You guys have been fantastic with the comments. What you think. I'm going to do a Q&A because I've been getting a ton of comments from you guys, so I'm going to answer your questions. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to try to live stream the draft. So if you want to watch the draft with me, you're not gonna see the draft. I'm gonna have the TV muted and stuff, but we're gonna watch it together. I'm gonna read your comments. I'm gonna talk to you guys. I'm gonna watch, and then when the pick comes up, you get my live reaction. And then if you can't be there to watch it live stream with me, it'll be on the channel as a live stream. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully the Dolphins don't mess this up, but you never know. Some years they do, some years they don't. Some years Tunsil will fall to them. Some years they reach for players like Ted Ginn. So it all depends, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hope you guys have a fun draft day. Fins up. Running back? I don't think they're going to running back. But what are they doing? We don't know what they're doing. Then we don't know what the Giants are doing. Are the Giants going to take a running back? Are the Giants going to take a quarterback? Are the Giants going to trade back? And the Bills are going to jump up to 2, take their quarterback, fuck over the friggin' Jets. I don't know. Let's have some fun before Thursday.